big thank you to everyone who clicked on the video. I really appreciate it that you took a couple minutes out of your day to listen to me talk about diets. Today's video is about the 5-bite diet, or sometimes it goes by modified fasting. So the title of the diet is pretty self-explanatory, but there are a few rules and I'm just going to go over them real quick. You're allowed to drink as much of any 0-calorie drink as you want. There's no breakfast, and then for lunch you get 5 bites of any food of your choice, and the same goes for dinner, 5 bites. 1 bite per day should be protein. You should take a multivitamin with minerals and a concentrated omega-3 fish oil capsule. You should stay hydrated, and you're allowed a 1-bite snack between meals, and you should keep your bites consistent. So those are kind of the rules, requirements. People seem to like this diet because it allows you to eat anything and everything of your choosing as long as it's just 5 bites. Supposedly this is a good way to teach people who maybe overeat how to eat less food 2 to 3 times a day, trying to create healthy eating habits. And supposedly it also teaches portion control. So what are the negative side effects, or just the side effects in general? This diet is not sustainable long term. There is no way a person can keep this going for the rest of their life. It deprives your body of necessary nutrients, vitamins, and minerals. This diet is starvation. Starvation doesn't just mean abstaining from food completely. Starvation includes eating minimal, and by minimal I mean minuscule, amounts of food. That is also starvation, which is this diet. The weight that you lose while on this diet is mostly water weight. And when you lose mostly water weight, when you go back to eating normal, when you go off the diet, you just gain it back, and most of the time you gain back twice as much. This diet equals bad eating habits, regardless of what people seem to think it teaches. It equals bad eating habits, and it triggers the temptation for junk food. There are a few points to this diet that I kind of gravitated to, and I'm going to kind of pick apart those points. The first one is relying on a multivitamin pill for your nutrients is not beneficial to your health. And here's why. When you're eating a well-balanced diet, when you're getting the foods that your body wants and needs, you don't need a multivitamin because you're already getting the nutrients from the food that you're eating. When you're relying on a substance, a kind of a foreign substance or foreign object, a little pill, when you are relying on that, you're not getting the purest form of the nutrients that your body needs to function. So the point of a multivitamin is kind of like a backup plan, just in case you're not getting the right amount of vitamin D. For me, I live in a Midwestern state, and let's just say it's winter a lot more than it's summer here. And so vitamin D, if I wanted to get it naturally, I would have to be out in the sun a lot, and there's not a lot of sunlight in the winter time here. So vitamin D would be a pill of vitamin D would be good in my case to take because I'm not getting that exposure. But for someone who lives in a sunny state or a sunny part of the world, they're more exposed to the sun, and they could probably get away with not taking a vitamin D pill or taking a vitamin D pill because they have that exposure. They're going to get it naturally from the sunlight. I hope this is making sense. So relying on the multivitamin for all of your vitamins and minerals and nutrients because you're not eating food is not benefiting you, because you're not getting the purest, cleanest form of those vitamins and nutrients. The second part of this diet that caught my eye a little bit is the fact that it says that it teaches portion control. I absolutely hate and disagree with the term portion control. Think of a food in your mind. If that food should be controlled, should be portion controlled, it should be limited or eaten in moderation, then maybe we shouldn't be eating it. It's basically eating in moderation or portion control or any of those terms is society's nice way of saying this is shitty food, but it's okay if you control it. No, we shouldn't be eating excess amount of food. We shouldn't be eating excess amount of fats, and we shouldn't be eating excess amounts of processed sugar. With junk food, it should be portion controlled. No, there shouldn't be any control when it comes to food. We should be just naturally gravitating to the foods that our body is meant to eat and digest, mainly plant-based foods. We should be eating those foods because that's what is natural to our body, a physiological body, and therefore we don't have to control it because our body is like, yes, feed me, this is it. The word control should not be part of food because that is a huge part of eating disorders, and when you try to control food, I'm telling you, it's going to just turn around and it's going to control you. You can't control it when you try to control it. Again. And my last point that really, really hit me on a personal level with this diet is pro-anorexic or pro-anorexic sites recommend this diet as a way of keeping your eating disorder strong, as a way of promoting your eating disorder. Any diet that is used to promote an eating disorder or pro-anorexic sites or anything like that is a huge no. Absolutely not. If any diet, not just this diet, but if any diet shows up on a pro-eating disorder site or from pro-eating disorder people recommending this diet or any diet like this, turn your back on it. That should be the biggest red flag that this is not a good idea, that this is not healthy, that this is not going to benefit you in any single way. So lastly, this diet is a form of starvation. It is not a form of modified fasting. No, this is starvation. It's encouraging you to eat foods that our body is probably not supposed to be eating in the first place, i.e., junk food. It is forcing you to form bad eating habits by skipping breakfast, by eating very little between meals and at meals. It is encouraging you to drink 0-calorie drinks because most people are going to gravitate towards pop or soda, and that's not healthy. And it's encouraging you to rely for your nutrients, your vitamins, your minerals on man-made substances, these condensed versions of nutrients. So that is the 5-bite diet. If you haven't guessed it, if you didn't catch my hints, I'm not a big fan of this one. I don't agree with it, and I don't think it is a good idea for anyone to try out. Again, thank you so much for clicking on the video and spending a little time out of your day with me to talk about these things. Really appreciate it, and I will see you next time. And whether it's the morning, the afternoon, or the night, wherever you are, I hope you have or had a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye.